It's showtime.
Hi.
We're here with Ruth Davidson.
That's what he's been singing the whole time. Yes.
Yeah, well,
Hi.
she's a rock goddess. And here
Mm-hmm.
we are for our Easter Digital Leaders Challenge. Welcome to you all. If you'd like to leave a comment to let us know that you're alive, that would be great. We'd
Mm-hmm.
really like that. So please do leave a comment. Whoa, there's loads of people in. Look at that.
I got
27 schools.
27. Wow. All right.
27. Read them and weep, or count and weep even.
I know.
Right. What are we doing today, Ruth?
We are making some stuff.
There you go. You heard it here first. Yeah, we are. We're
Exclusive.
making some Easter celebration stuff.
Yeah,
Let's
we've
go to the page.
got some posters. Yeah, share the page. I only just seen it myself, so let's do it.
Right. Well, no pressure on Ruth then. So this is the Easter Digital Leaders Challenge. If you need this page, hopefully your teachers have sent it out to you. So you've got a copy on your devices, whatever you're using. It's actually really not that important today if you haven't got it actually, because we're doing everything visually. But, always handy to have it there. Pronoun da from Ysgol Bro Helig. Brilliant. Nice pronoun da from you. Thank you, Miss Thompson. Anyone else giving us a shout out? Let's do it. So if you need to access this page, you can do by going to this short link there. If you haven't got it already, if your teacher's been very naughty and not sent it out to you, look at that for a crooked finger.
Look at that. That's a good pointing finger.
Yeah, it was a good one. And there is also this QR code. What do you do with that? Ruth Davidson of Rock Goddess fame.
The whole time. This is gonna be the whole time. You open your camera on your iPad or whatever device you're using and hold it up like Dom's doing, and it will come up with a wee link, and you just tap on the link.
Yeah, tap on the link and go.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So first things first, we're going to be doing like a really simple Easter card. Get you going.
It's a card. Okay, that makes more sense. I got to.
Here's a card, and if you're handy with your printers, you should be able to work out how to do it. If you're actually going to make it as a card, you could do it, print it out on one half of A4, but on the right-hand side, put it on the right-hand side, because then you can fold the back over, and then you can write in it if you want to, that kind of thing. That's going to be our first one. And then second one is the Easter menu.
Mm-hmm.
Ruth was really impressed with my idea for an Easter menu. She was really
I
impressed.
don't know.
Not it first time. She was like,
I don't know what a simnel cake is. I don't know.
Well, I will tell you what a simnel cake is when we get to it, because actually it was very interesting. Very interesting indeed.
I'm excited to learn,
Yeah. Well, this is an exciting learning opportunity for us all. So, because there's all sorts of things that you could put on your Easter menu. And I will tell you about all of those things in due course, because there's lots of foods associated with Easter, and we are here for an Easter celebration. So that's why we're doing a tasty Easter menu of foods from your own restaurant. You're going to create a restaurant today, which is pretty cool. Right. Technical things. Ruth, what happens if people want to slow us down, that kind of thing? What do they want to do?
Oh, you can totally pause us. Just hit pause, and we're in the real world. We won't pause. Don't worry. We just continue our lives. And then once you're caught up, there'll be bits where we sort of give you a bit of time. You can get caught up to that, and then you'll be fine. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll do the first challenge, and what will happen is you'll watch both of us do it sort of simultaneously. And you can, if you're on an iPad, you follow in Ruth, because she's got all the good stuff for iPads. If you're on a laptop, desktop, Chromebook, you can follow me. And Ruth always has better ideas than me. So do watch her, even if you're not on an iPad, because she'll choose different images and things like that and have different color schemes and things. So, just because she's on an iPad doesn't mean that you shouldn't take all of her design wisdom. And, maybe not so much from me, but hey.
No, I think great. Don't put yourself down. I like your stuff.
Thank you. That was a real leading question there for you to jump in and defend my creativity. So, hey, look at this. We got Miss Hughes, Year 5 and 6, Ysgol Llandegai in Bangor. Looking forward to the work this afternoon. Pronoun da to you, Miss Hughes, and your class, or classes 5 and 6. And let me just put that one on the screen for Miss Thompson from before. So if you have got any shout outs, do give us, do put them in the comments, and then we'll flag them up on screen. So yeah, pause us whenever you like. But what we'll do is we'll do the graphic design challenge 1. I'll do a bit, Ruth will do a bit, I'll carry on, Ruth will carry on, blah, blah, blah. Do kind of work alongside us. Don't feel like you have to keep up. You don't have to keep up, because we give you time. We give you sort of time at the end of each challenge in order for you to, finalize your designs, share your work and things like that. So don't worry about keeping pace with us. But if you feel like you are getting sort of quite a bit behind, then just pause us. That's absolutely fine. No problem. And then we'll do the same with challenge 2. Now, the other thing we have to say is swag. If you complete your 2 challenges, you get swag. And what happens if they then go on and teach it in other classes, Ruth Davidson of Rock Goddess Babe?
Ooh, if you share all of your wonderful skills you're learning today with anyone else, then you get VIP swag.
VIP swag. Say it in hushed tones. Yeah.
VIP swag. Like that. That's creepy. No, let's not do that.
Good afternoon from Year 5B, Crindale Primary School, Newport. We love a bit of Newport. Yeah, good stuff. Thanks for the shout outs. Really appreciate that. Right. Enough waffle. Waffle.
Waffle.
I said enough waffle.
I love waffles.
You will need a bit of waffle a little bit later on. You will need a little bit of waffle later on. So the first thing we're going to do is design a fun Easter card, right? So tell you what, why doesn't Ruth kick us off by showing us how to get started on the iPad, and then I'll take over.
No probs. So he's just going to switch over to me, hopefully. If you're on the iPad, I'm just looking. I love this wee image. It's really funny. So if you're on the iPad, what we're going to be doing is using the app Adobe Express, which looks like this. It's like a fancy looking A. That's all it is. I like it. So if you open that up, you'll see this is what you get whenever you open it.
Someone's been busy in their projects.
I know, right? I had to hide them quickly. So I did my Mother's Day card in it. So I'm all ready for cards, you see. So yeah. So we got to, you might have to sign in. If you do, that's fine. Just go ahead and sign in. And then you're going to see this screen. And what we're going to do is we're going to hit the little plus button at the bottom. Oh, I forgot I've got my mouse. Yeah. So we're going to, on the iPads, we're going to start off by doing solid color. So if I click on or tap on solid color, it's going to take us into here. I always start with white. I'm quite boring. It makes it easier. So I'm just going to use white. You guys can pick any color you want, but I'm going to stick with white. Then I'm going to hit next. And then we're going to find all of our different sizes that our project can be. So if we go across to print, you're going to see that there's a letter, poster, card, A5, A4, A3. So I'm actually going to choose card. Did you do card or did you do A5?
Do you know what? I think I actually did A4 because then when you print it out, you can choose if you want to do it half page. Okay. But yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Well, let's go bigger. You're always better whenever you're designing stuff. You're always better going a bit bigger than what you need because it looks better when you scale it down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll go for A4 then. That's fine. So I'm going to click on A4. You see it's changed. And then when I hit done, I'm just going to click on this because I don't want this at the minute. So I'm going to click on my text, hit delete, and I've got a blank page ready to go.
Ready to go. Right. Let's get everyone else there as well. Thank you very much. So I'm in Adobe Express on the browser rather than the app like Ruth. And we're kind of very similar. You know, you press the W plus and then you go to custom size graphic. And then here I'm going to go to print and I'll go to A4. Okay. And then you can see it's selected because it's dark gray. But you can do A5 as well. It doesn't really matter. The card one, I mean, are cards different shapes? They're supposed they are, aren't they? They're different size. But because we're using, you know, if you are going to print out, and there's no obligation to do that, of course, then, you know, A4 is probably an easy one to go for. And then you can click next. Now, don't forget what we were saying before. If you do print it out, make sure that your graphic is on the right-hand side or the top side of your printout, because then you can fold out the back. Right. Get rid of those templates because we're far too good for that. And this one's going to be called, what should we call it, Ruth?
Easter card? That's so boring. That's so
That
boring.
is
It
genius.
does the job.
Genius.
Does the
That
job.
is genius. That's exactly what we're going to go for.
Oh wow, I
Right.
see.
I tell you what, it is just lucky Ruth's here. Right. So first things first, like I was the same as Ruth in a way, went to the background. It's automatically going to be white, but I'm going to give myself a different color. I'm going to go for, why is it that Easter is always like blues and yellows and pinks and stuff?
I think it's like those pastel colors, isn't it? Like a very pastel blue. It's all to do with like eggs. It's kind of, I always think, like the when you your eggs. I don't know. That's a good question. If anybody knows, feel free to comment.
Maybe it's like the coming of like good weather, maybe, and daffodils and things like that.
Like spring, like nice soft colors.
Exactly that. So there we go. I'm going to put in this kind of baby blue style background. So if you're looking for the code, it's B1DBF0. But otherwise, just go and choose one.
Yeah.
Right. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go. You could do this either way, really. I think, do you know what? I think I'm going to put the border in at the end. I think I'm going to put it in at the end, because what I was going to do is just go to, in fact, why don't I put it in now? Rectangle. Right. I'll go to shapes. You can see I'm on shapes on the left-hand side. I go to rectangle, and then I'll go to basic shapes here. And then, you could just actually go to one of these. And that immediately gives you like a border. Okay. Now, if you select that, it is actually just a border on its own kind of thing, like a shape. Now, what I'll show you, I suppose this is good because it shows you how to use the tool, is that you could put like one of these in here. And what you'll see is if you select it, it's got a fill color and a border color. So if I get rid of the fill color, it puts like a red line through the middle of it. And then the border of it, I think I'll make that white, and you make things white by dragging the circle into the top corner to it's all the F's. And then you can kind of stretch this out. And this is just, makes a nice little frame for it, like you would, a picture frame or something like that. And you could just roughly position it so that it's all nice and even around the outside. So I'm happy with that. That looks, maybe it needs to go a touch to the right, something like that. And then you can change the size of the border over here, you see, because now it's on 14. I can bring it right down, something like, let's go 6. So nice and subtle. There you go. Ready
Very nice.
Yeah. Should I do some text or pass it over?
Do some text. That's fine.
Okay, I'll do some text because it's looking a bit boring at the moment, and I am concerned that our audience is extremely bored already. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press text, add your text, and let's just go for Happy Easter.
Classic.
Right. There you go. Classic.
Yep.
Stick it in there. Now I'm going to put it at the top. Now you see that pink dotted line? That means it's centered. We're happy with that. We always want things centered. Now, in terms of font, you can go down here and look at your font recommendations, and you got all sorts of different things. Now, I'm looking for a chunky kind of font because we're going to repeat this thing. And actually, all those font recommendations are just taking me away from my very favorite font and Ruth too, which is Bear's New. And we'll go in here, and maybe we'll do a bold one. And you see it capitalizes it. There you go. And then stick it right in the middle. Right. One more thing before I pass it over, and you'll get a second look at this when Ruth does it. So if you're on a Chromebook, desktop, laptop, you've got plenty of time. I'll change the color to white, and then I'll also put an outline on it. And the outline, well, it shouldn't be baby blue. It should be black, I think. So you can go there. Black it, or you can put like actual black, which is all the zeros. Or is it all the O's? No, it's all the zeros, isn't it? Right. And there we are. Bit of text with an outline on it. Bear's New Bold, I think it's called.
Bear's
Right. Ruth, show them the magic.
Well, so I waited. So I'm going to hopefully remember everything that you did. So I'm going to change the background color. I think that's the first thing that you did. So to do that on the iPad, you'll see there's not really any options at the bottom. You just have to tap on your page in the middle. And then you get these options. So I can go to color, and then I can, I already have like a little baby.
Nice. Cheat.
Suggestions. I know. Thank you. So I'm going to go for that nice little baby blue. If you don't want that one, you can hit the little, what is it? It's like little slider button in the middle of the color. You can click on that, and then you can change. Oh, it doesn't work with the mouse. Of course not. So you can kind of change where you want it to be. So I could be like this sort of a blue, but I might need to go lighter. I quite like the way it does this. It's very satisfying.
Yeah, it is good, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's
So I can be like,
better experience on the iPad.
yeah. So I'm going to go for that, which is roughly what we're looking for. So I can hit done, and then I can hit done again, and I've got my lovely baby blue background. And then I'm going to do, you did the border next. So I'm going to go to add shapes. You can see it's in the middle. And then I can search for rectangle, hopefully. Rectangle. And then we've got exactly the same shapes as Dom had. So I'll do the same as you. I'll show them how to do it on the iPad with no fill as well. So I'm going to select this gray one, if you remember. So I'm going to click on that one. I'm going to go add one. So ours doesn't automatically add straight in like yours did. We have to hit add. And then we've got this awful looking colored box. So I'm going to go, there's fill. So instead of it being an on-off switch for fill on the iPads, you'll see that when I click on fill, which is white, all the way to the left is none. So I want to select that. That means no fill at all. So once I do that, it goes see-through. I can go done. And then I can click on the border color. I think you did white. So I'm going to choose white. I'm going to go done. And then what you did was you changed the thickness of the border.
Yeah.
We did that at the end, but I'll show it now anyway. So I'm going to go to border along the top here. And I'm going to just change the thickness to, I think it was 6 you did. I'm going to basically replicate exactly what you're doing to show it, because it's a wee bit different on the iPad. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
And
then if you are on like a laptop, this is a second bite to see, what do I have to do? Change the border. Oh yeah.
Exactly. And then I'll do my own touches on things. I'll do that because I can't resist. I really can't resist. It's a problem. So I'm going to stretch it out. What I will do though is I don't trust my eyes, especially see on the iPads, it's so small. I never know if something's in the middle. So once I've got the size, I'm going to use those alignment tools. But that's only for my eyes. That's just because I know it would annoy me.
Always taking it one step further.
It's because it's how I like to do things. So I've got this. So you guys will hopefully have the same. So we've got our lovely baby blue background, our white shape, making our border. And then I'm going to add some text. So I'm going to I keep going to say click. I keep going to say tap. And then I said cap the other day. That was good. So I'm going to tap on add and text. And I'm going to do exactly the same. So happy Easter. Tap done.
You could put that all in capitals, couldn't you? That might make it. That might have made it easier for people generally when choosing fonts and stuff like that.
That's a good point, because I think Bebas automatically changes it to capitals, but mess around. I think capitals are just easier to read, especially on cards.
Yeah, and also in the effect that we're going to do next, it is probably easier if it's all in capitals, I would say.
Yeah, because it's all the one line. The problem with P's and Y's is that they hang down. So they'll overlap and it just looks a bit funky. So then I'm going to go font. I'm going to have a look, although it already knows what font I want. It's already suggested because I use it so much. So I'm going to choose the same, make it a bit bigger, move it across. You did.
You're aligning it all the time. That's the way.
I know. I'm trying to think. You did white for the text.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to hit done. And then you did a black outline.
Yeah.
So before on the rectangle, we had like fill and line. We don't have that with text. So we need to go to effects, which is on the iPad, which is just smack in the middle there. And then I can go outline. When I click this, it turns it on. and the button below will be my settings for like the colors and stuff. So I'm going to tap on that, change my color to black. I'm going to make the thickness a wee bit smaller just because it's a wee bit too chunky for me. And there we go. Exactly.
Nice. Nice. I like the style. Right. I like the style because it's exactly the same.
Whose screen is this? I don't know.
No, that's what I was like. Right. So what do we want to do? Well, if we go back to our page here, we've got happy Easter. So we're going to do that kind of effect. And you can see that it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the colors repeat. So let's try and get that going. So first one, I've got this happy Easter here. Dead easy. Duplicate it. You see there? Duplicate. Oh, there is a keyboard shortcut. I've never used that before. Control and D. There we go. Or Command and D. Now you have to make a choice here as to where you want to overlap it. Now, what you'll see is that you can easily align it because it's got this, dotted line, which is telling you where it should be. But if you see with the H, it's got that kind of just above and below halfway. It has like a line going across. So you could use that as your reference point and say, let's match up the top of the second layer of Happy Easter with that line. Okay, so that's good. Now, what I did do when I was practicing here, because all the best creatives practice, and I must be one of the best because I need a lot of practice. Now, so what I did first was I duplicated it like 6 times, but actually I found that more difficult in a way because I was like, which layer is this? It's blown my mind. So actually, I'm going to do it one by one. So my first one's going to be white. My second one, yellow. That looks like a good yellow. And you can keep on playing around until you find the one that you want. I think this is a better experience than the iPad, actually. And then I've got that one. I like it. I think it's good. So I'm going to duplicate again. And it just offsets it to the side slightly. So just drag it back in. And again, align it with whatever point you've decided to line it up with in your text. And then I'll go to like a pinky. I want a more pink one. That's something like that. And then again, once that one's done, I'll go back to my first color. Okay, we'll go back to my first color, which is white, obviously. So so now those colors are in my palette. That makes it a lot easier. So I'm going to select the white, duplicate, bring it into the right position again, click the color. So you're just repeating this, and the next one is the yellow. It's in my palette, so that's easy. And then again, one more time. There we go. Maybe you can use your arrows. Do you know there's a feature on the iPad called Nudge, which I found the other day, and that's where you can you can use it gives you a little crosshairs where you can nudge things, which is quite cool. So here you go. There you go. There's our text. Quite 80s. I quite like it. Sort of Stranger Thingies.
I just find Nudge. That's so handy.
Yeah, I know it is, isn't it? It's really handy.
Oh, so good. I'll have to show you. Well,
let's show it now. You're off.
Okay. So, yes, Nudge is very helpful. So the problem with moving things on the iPad is that you can make too big movements. It's very hard to do that sort of keyboard, like just slightly up. So what Don was saying is if you tap on something that you want to move, you can go to adjust along the top here.
And
it gives you these little arrows, which allows you to watch. And he's completely changed how I'm going to use this now, which is so good.
It's good, isn't it?
That's going to be really handy for doing the Happy Easter. So I'm going to do something slightly different. That's just for me. So
hang on a minute. What do you say?
I know, because we're using a very specific color palette in that we're using Easter colors. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tap on colors at the bottom. I know. And I'm going to go to pastels. and I hit the little the 3 wee dots, which gave me more. And I really like these colors because they're all Eastery. So
This
I'm
is
gonna
such a good idea.
Oh, this is terrible looking though, but I'm gonna go change it. So
You can
it does.
shuffle it. Give it a little shuffle, see what
Yeah,
comes up.
let's do a wee shuffle. Let's do a wee shuffle. So you can hit this little shuffle
That's
button.
quite cool.
Ooh, it's done the rectangle filled. I'm gonna maybe change that, but I'm just gonna do this because I'm not trying
Hey,
to
that's
up
quite nice.
because that's the way I like to do things. So I'm gonna choose my color palette first, and I'm gonna hit done. That's not bad actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tap on my box and I'm gonna undo that fill because I quite like the see-through aspect, but I'm going to change my border. And you see, because I've chosen my palette, this is where the suggested colors are now. So they're just gonna be there the whole time. So I'm gonna choose that nice yellow
Yeah.
and do
Yeah,
that.
great. That's a
Not
really good
trying
idea.
to up Dom, not trying to up Dom. I'm just showing a different way to do it. Okay, constantly
That's a
saying
really
this.
good idea.
So I'm going to do white, and I might actually keep that dark purple. So on the iPad, this is a wee bit more fiddly to do because it's just harder to kind of move things, although the nudge definitely is going to help. So I'm going to tap on my title. I'm going to go to edit, and I'm going to go to duplicate, which has created this. I'm going to try and position is not too bad actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to be really precise, if you tap out of it, so nothing is selected, and then pinch, you can zoom in, which makes it a little bit easier. Just because on the iPad it's a bit fiddly. I might go, yeah, about there. And then I'm going to go to color. I'm going to go my text color. And now see, it's got rid of my little nice swatches, which is a bit annoying.
Aren't they all in your suggested?
Hold on. No, it's changed.
That's the swatch, isn't it?
Yeah, it's changed because there was like a nice green and there was things, but that's okay. I'll go for this. So again, I'm gonna do something a wee bit different just to have something a bit different now. I was trying to be good, and now I'm like, no, I'm gonna do something different. So I'm gonna turn my outline off because I want to use these nice pastel colors to see can I create a nice effect. So it is going to be harder to read mine. That's the only thing. I might have to go back and change the outline on. But yeah, so I'm just going to do this, do the same thing. Oh, it's way harder to find that. Yeah, I'm going to have to put the outline on.
Yeah, do it, yeah.
The outline's coming back, guys. It's coming back.
Yeah, that's all
it's too hard. It's way too hard. But yes, that's why Dom has already tested it. So then I'm going to do this. I might change this one to white.
Yeah, change that one.
These are my 3 colors. Look how lovely they are. And then I'm going to choose my white one. Go to edit, duplicate. Just ignore me, everybody. I'm just making the mistake. Now, you see, this is the problem with the iPad, okay? So because I chose the back one, when I duplicated it in the layers, it's now gone underneath. So what I can do is I can position it where I want it to be and go to order and bump that order up so it's on top.
Yeah.
Or I could just choose the one that's on top. It's up to you guys. It's only, I know if it was me watching, I would be tapping on the white one to duplicate it and wondering why it was behind. So that's what I'm sort of saying to you. So again, I'll go to the pink, I'll duplicate it, bring it down, have to go to my order, put it to the front. That's just something called layers. If you guys don't know, layers are the best thing ever, but are a wee bit tricky to get your head around at the start. On the iPad in particular, I think Dom has it much easier on the desktop.
But there you go. That's you've created a perfect one there.
But there we go. So, and then I'll zoom out at the top. Oh, that's quite nice, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Right. Let's continue. So hopefully you've been busy making your text and things like that. If you need to pause this, you absolutely can. But I'm just going to go on and create something else here. So design assets, that's where I'm going to go next. These are things that actual real artists, not like me, have created good things that you can use. So in here, in design assets even, I'm going to search for egg. Right. Going to get my egg in there. Nice. Right, now I'm gonna try and make a little face. And then I'll duplicate it. And these are gonna be the eyes. Okay, so maybe I'll bring them down a little bit, give some space generally to things. And then if you go back to our page, what are we looking to do? Express yourself. You see what I did there? Honestly, people, honestly. Right, so add your text, and here, egg, oh no, egg, express yourself. Oh, your elf, not your elf. That would be a Christmas egg theme. Right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch this out so it goes onto one line. Right, it's a bit big. Fine. Bring it down just so we can see it all. Now there's all sorts of weird things going on here. It's a piece of text and it's got a certain font to it. It's got the same font as the one we used, but I don't think I'm going to use that font. I think I'm going to use, make it a little bit different just to stand out. I'll use one called Belford. What's it called again? Belford.
I thought it was Belford.
Belford. There we go. Belfort. There it is.
Belfort.
And then just use the regular one. Right. Now the outline, for some weird reason, it's giving me a white outline with some white text. Well, who wants that? Well, actually, sometimes you do, because to make it thicker. So that's good. I like that. And let's make it into a smile. And here, dead easy. Not spacing. Not that one. Don't click that one. Go to this one, which has kind of got the rosette on it, or whatever you think it might be called. And then you can curve it. I'm going to make it into a smile. Now it's made it much smaller. So all I have to do is drag it out and then put it in there. Make sure it's in the middle. Happy with that. Outline. I'm going to make it a bit more chunky. There we go. Express yourself.
I love it.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Right. Ruth, let's show us your magic.
Okay, so I'm going to do exactly the same. I'm going to go to add, and it was design assets, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's colored. So I'm going to go design assets. I'm going to tap on, and I'm going to search egg. And there it is. There's the exact one. So it's nice that it doesn't matter if you're on the desktop or the iPad. You can always find the same images. So I'm going to hit add one. Going to position it first, same way that Dom did. And then I actually might rotate mine to make it look more like little eyeballs. And then I'm going to go edit, duplicate, and I'm going to rotate it like
Very nice.
that. Just cause I can't help myself.
Why not?
There we go. So I've got two little eyes, although maybe they need to be a bit bigger. I'll figure that out once I get the text in. So exactly the same process. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to add text, and I'm going to do the same. Express yourself. I'll do a little, oh, whoops, I didn't mean to put that. There we go. Express yourself. And
X, put an X in. Put an X in.
Oh yeah, because that's just egg press. Egg press yourself, guys. Come on.
Hey, listen, I would love an egg press.
Yeah, I'd love to know what that actually is, but sure. Egg press yourself. That's why you need someone to look at your work. You see, it's very important.
Because it took me ages to work out what was going on.
I know.
Why have they got an X in there? And then I would be like, oh no, egg press.
Yeah. So on the text then, on the iPad, you have to tap on your text that you want to change. We have to go to, let me double check. I think it's align. Yes, align down at the bottom. And then in here, you're going to see curved. So ours is slightly different, only because if I click on that, it doesn't actually give me options. It's just going to automatically turn it into a circle. But as I click it, it goes through the options. So if I click it again, it's going to
right.
Rainbow. I know I double tapped while you were doing yours because I was like, So again, first time you click it, it's a circle. Second time you click it is a rainbow. And the third time you click it is that sort of upside down one, which is the smile that we want. So it's just good to know if you're ever clicking the magic or the grid, if you click it constantly, you're going to see all the different options that it's going to do for you. And I actually forgot to change my text, my font rather. So I'm going to change it. There's my little, see, it's another suggested one.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah, I might actually go for like a little scratchy font, you know, like handwritten.
Yeah.
Ugh. But you guys can play around with it. I might just go with this one. Sure. I look really chuffed with it. But yes, and then what I might do actually is I'm going to change my effects, my outline. It's got purple outline. I'm going to try yellow outline. Nope, that's awful looking. Pink. Quite like. Yeah, it's not. Nothing's awful looking. That's not fair. That's just my opinion. You guys like it, then you can go for that. So I'm gonna do that with a nice yellow.
Nice.
Yeah. So it just looks about the same, but it's a wee bit different.
Yeah. Exactly that. And look at this.
Did you find that? Did you put a mustache on an egg?
Yeah, I did. No, I didn't put a mustache on an egg. I wish I had been that creative. I'm not that creative.
Was it an image? Wow.
It was just a picture. So before, if I go back. Right, it was this photo.
That's such a good
this photo. I just searched, if I press replace, I just searched for egg, and then I just went down a deep egg hole, and I was just scrolling endlessly for interesting looking eggs, and I eventually found one. There it is. Found that one.
Fabulous.
Thought, hey, why not?
Look at the one above. Look at the one above it. Is that a little chick or something?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, let's replace it with that, and then here you can remove background. We're very easily pleased here.
We are.
On the Adobe Express Live team. And then, I mean, it has given it this kind of bizarre sort of
the green
tint to it. But you know, hey, I still quite like it. I mean, if that green tint, you could actually go to your background, edit your background, and then actually try and select that green. Yeah,
that's not bad actually.
Yeah, it's all right, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, if you're not happy with things, just go back and back and back and back. Keep going back until you find the one that you want. Right. So I just highlighted both of those, got rid of them, went to photos. Well, there's my egg one. And then, as usual, press remove background tool. So you can do it all sorts of different ways, loads of different ways you can do it. I'm happy with that. The cleaner the background, the better, because then it'll give you this kind of perfect removed background, finished article. And there you go. That's how you do it. Right, I'm going to show you how to share, and then so will Ruth, and then we'll give you 5 minutes or so just to get on with your own. So to download it, you see, one of the reasons why we give our work a name, if you're on the browser at least at the start, is because when you download it, I'll go for a PNG, then it will automatically go down to your machine. Oh, it always does this now where it asks me where I want to save it, which is nice. But if I say, and then it'll go down the bottom of my machine just here. But then also you're going to want to share, publish, and you got Google Classroom, Microsoft Teams, or create a link. Link's getting ready, fast and speedy. Kick it out so I can do it and show you what it looks like. It's got its very own place where you can have a look at your Happy Easter card. Ruth, show us how to do it on the iPad, please.
Yes, so I was playing around too. I love his little hands. They're so cute. So yes,
as well, it works well.
What was it?
It works well with your colors.
Yeah, actually, it's not bad. It's not bad color scheme. So again, imagine that the eggs are still there for the eyeballs. On the iPad, then we've got these two little boxes in the top right. The one that the box is going down is just an automatic save one. So that will only save onto your iPad. So I'm going to just tap on that anyway. I'm I'm going to hit download, and that's just going to save into my camera roll. If I do the arrow going out, that means it's going to send it somewhere or share it. That's the share button. So I'm going to tap on the arrow going up. I'm going to just share the images and transparent images. That's just, do you want it all to be one image, or do you want each individual thing to kind of export out? So I want it just to be images. So I'm going to hit share. And then in here, you've got the save image option, but I'm going to scroll across. I'm going to do exactly the same as what Dom did. And I'm going to do copy link. So I'm going to tap on copy link. It's going to prepare my project. It doesn't take too long. There it is. The iPad is always faster, which is weird. Yeah. So I've copied my link. It's in my clipboard. And what I can do is I can go to the link that's scrolling along the bottom. So I go bit.ly.
I've seen you, Ruth Davidson. I've seen you.
I can't
You've done that once.
can't spell. So I'm going to go here, and then I can put in my name. My school is Aggie Primary. Yeah. And I'm going to just paste in my link, and then I can go submit. And that's a format that Dom can see. If I was like, I don't think it matters on the iPad so much, doesn't it? It's just the desktop. If you click the link at the top, like, you know, your address bar, that doesn't work, isn't it?
Yeah, that's a good thing that I can show people now.
Yeah.
Okay, let me show that to you. So, when you're sharing your work with us, like Ruth said, you can go to the scrolly link at the bottom, and it will come here. When it says link to your Adobe Express project, make sure you don't give us this one at the top. Do not give us the one that you can see at the top there. Nobody can see that. You have to give your share publish link. Okay, you have to give us that one. That's the one that we can see. And then when you enter that in here, then your work will come through to here, and you can see Aggie Primary School's in there. And then we can say, hey, that was amazing. Yeah. Look at that. Check it out. Right.
That's the little hands. That's the little hands. Yeah.
Let's get a little bit of music on. We'll give you about 5 minutes to show us your work, please. And also, if you do make any changes, so you can pause us or mute us now, whatever you want to do, or just leave this in the background. If you do make any slight changes, like, for example, I was going to get rid of that and stick my eggs back in, design up the egg, scale it down a bit, and then duplicate it. Then, now that I've got that, you press share, which saves in my project. It's thinking. And then publish. Then you have to click link again. The link will stay the same. But if you notice that my first one looks like this is the link, ends in capital G and a K. And now if I click link again, the link's going to be the same.
I was going to say pop the music down here, but yeah.
Yeah, I just put it down. The link's still the same, but now if I copy that link and put it into a new browser, you'll see that now it's got the eyes back in. So that's the old version, which now doesn't actually exist apart from I've downloaded it, which is quite good. And this is the new version, same link, but now it looks different. Okay. Whoa, we got someone in already.
That's so good.
Yeah. Fast cappers, look at that. Amazing. I really like their text.
Yeah, I like the way they choose a different color each time. That's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool actually. And these are brilliant. What are these?
I don't know. They look
what
like.
Did you search for to find that? I need to know.
I know.
Oh, actually, do you know what? It's a photo.
Oh, right.
And then maybe they've done like, I don't know what they've searched for there.
We just did this. Tapped an egg and then we spent a while looking.
Yeah, look at that. And it's got a bit of parsley there, is it?
Looks like a weird pizza egg.
But they're brilliant eyes, though, aren't they?
Yeah, they're perfect, like perfect shaped eyes. I wonder if you type an egg eye. Yep, you got it.
I don't know whether it's in there. They have suddenly entered the portal to a new universe, which I am not
play.
Which I'm slightly jealous of. Hey, whoever your teacher is, please put in the comments where you found that. I'm gonna use that. What is that? Whoa, we got some more. Well, we had one from Penny Grows, and then we had one from Penny Froze. So, who knows? Yeah.
Oh, a nose. A nose is what's missing. That's all.
Yeah, a nose. That does make a difference. Actually, got a very toothy smile, which I like a lot. I actually like this colour scheme as well. Reminds me of Everton Football Club. What else we got in here? Well, they're coming through thick and fast now. Let's go. Yeah.
Oh, that's so good.
Sweet.
Lovely color scheme. Nice picture that's got the background out. Excellent.
Yeah, it is good, isn't it?
You guys are nailing this challenge. These are doing really good.
This is a good one, isn't it? Yeah. Nice. Good work. Super bright. Love it. Yeah, very good. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Oh, live. We're live, everybody. Yeah, nice. I did like that photo a lot, actually. Yeah. I did like that one a lot. You see the text here, you got 3 in capitals and 2 in non-capitals. Maybe you can change that one, but yeah, great, doing well. Come on, keep them coming. Who's next? Who's next? Who is next? Let me see if what else could I do here? I was thinking about changing out the border, actually. Edit shape. But the only thing is that it has to be a basic shape. Because it has to be a basic shape because the basic shapes, you can stretch them anyway. So if I did a squircle, for example, then I could bring that up. So it's got no fill and no border on this. That's bizarre.
Invisible.
Yeah, I know. So the fill's off. Can we turn the border on? Why can't we turn the border on? Oh, we can now. Right. Border. White. Perfect. Fill. No fill. Oh, there we go. So you can do it as a squircle. But then obviously my text needs working on then. So I'm going to select one, select another one, select another one. Just by holding the shift key, it means I can select all of them and then I can just bring these down until they fit inside the squircle. There we go. And you can also resize them all at the same time as well. It might make it a bit easier. There we go. And then I'll give it a nudge. There we go. Yeah, quite like it. Right. Yes, more. Penny Grows are smashing it. Let's get them all up. Oh my days. Look at these people. Keep them coming, keep them coming. We get them all up so fast that you can't see as they load. Right, what have we got here? Nice. Oh, they've done a nice little slant on that one. Okay. Right, that's a square one. Good. See, they might have had the trouble with they put a shape in, but actually they can't stretch out that shape because it needs to be a basic shape. Yeah. And then you will be able to stretch that out. But yeah, good work. Nice. I feel like maybe the shape thing has thrown people off. Maybe that's thrown people off. But I do like the text. You don't have to overlap it. I actually like it like that. It reminds me of the NASA font. Oh yeah, it is. Nice. They've got a different border. I like this one. It makes it 3D. Yeah. Very cool.
It's a nice color scheme. Good job.
That's good.
The little outline of the eggs, that's very cool.
Yeah, so they've used a shape there, I would think. If we go to shapes, go to egg. Yeah, that's what they've used, which is great. Yeah. Keep them coming. Right, here we go. Nice. Very clean.
Nice font.
Yeah,
Cool.
good font, wasn't it? Yeah.
That's good. I like that one.
Those eyes are way better than the ones that we did.
Yeah. Is that just like an egg and then they've done a circle on top of it?
Yeah.
Very clever. That's good.
That's
and I love
clever,
the
isn't it?
grass.
And the grass is a great idea.
Really good.
Yeah.
Good job. Oh, amazing.
Very cool.
This
This
color.
border, that's
Yeah,
exactly
yeah,
what I
there's
this
something.
border.
Mm,
That's a good border.
yeah, I'm gonna try and find that one.
I feel like this one from Don Severick might not come through. Let me try it. Oh no, it did. Look at that.
Very nice.
I like that.
Lovely shades of green. I really like that.
Yeah,
Looks
maybe
good.
maybe put an outline on this text in white, or change it to white and put an outline in black. Maybe.
Yep.
Something like that would be cool. Very nice. A Brohelig. Okay. Oh, hang on. They've given us that long link. Can't see the long links. Sorry, we cannot see the long links. Let me try this one. I can grab this one from here. Brohelig, please do give us yours again, please.
Oh, had they pasted it twice? That's easy to do.
Yeah, nice. I think in the middle there, you got some work to do. Maybe you need to press share and publish to update that again.
Yeah.
But a person from Brohelig, please do let us know what yours is. Right. We're going to move on. We are going to move on. Right. Let's go back here because we've got so much work to do.
Yeah, I know.
So
little time.
Yeah. So let's get rid of this. Okay, right. Next thing we're going to do is challenge 2, Easter menu. Okay, right. So we're going to make a sort of a menu for an Easter themed restaurant that looks a little bit like this. And I am conscious of the time, so we are going to go fairly quickly on this. So how do we get started? Right. First thing we're going to do is we're going to press the plus. We're going to go to custom size graphic. We're going to go to print. And we'll go for A4. Right. Click next. Right. So it's an A4. Now I'm going to call this one Easter menu. Right. So let's do some easy things first, I think. So we've got some text and things like that. We'll get on with all the text, but let's get some of these like shapes and design assets in there quickly. So let's start off with the dots, 3 sets of dots. Okay. So I'm going to go to design assets. I'm just going to search for dots. Okay. Now there's all sorts of different dots here, but the ones I'm looking for are these. These are quite funky, I think. Right. Got that. Resize it. So this is like an uber cool hipster type cafe. The ones that Ruth goes to.
That's right.
They're gonna get. I'll see if we get that. Say that again.
Dog friendly ones. That's the ones I go to.
Dog friendly hipster. All hipster cafes are dog friendly. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly. So you're very accurate. I do go to these kind of cafes.
And then you can change the filter on it. So yeah, that green one's fine. So actually, because it's a filter, it's going on top of the color. So you might be thinking, well, why isn't it changing to yellow or changing to blue? And it's because it's actually going on top of the one that you already have. So the color is slightly affected by that. So just go through it, just see which one you like. I actually like that green one.
The green one's really nice, yeah.
Yeah. So what do we have here? And we had another set. So let's do another set. Click. Okay, stick that one up there. And then again, change the filter. Let's go. Yeah, that one's cool. Like that. Right. And then also in design assets, we have got a triangle. Right. Now this one was buried deep down the bottom. Now there's all sorts of different things. You can search for anything. I'm just looking for random things that I know hipsters like Ruth would like. I'm going to go right down till I get to these kind of ones here, like these sketchy ones. So I like that one. Stick it in. There it is. Because it looks like someone's actually painted it. And then what am I looking for? What's the angle I'm looking for? Well, there we go. Something like that. Yeah, something like that, like a brush stroke type effect. I'll do that, and then again, I'll put a filter on it. Now this time they do come out quite nicely, so maybe I'll go for red one, or maybe one color I haven't used before. Pink one, no, green one. Yes, that'll do. That'll do. Ruth's like, get on with it.
No, right. I love it. I could watch this all day. This is great. I love this.
Right. Well, it's time to stop watching and start doing, Ruth Davidson.
Oh, okay. I'll be super fast. Okay. So I've exited out of my other project. I've gone to the plus. On the iPad, we're going to do solid color. Go to white. Hit next. Go to our A4. I think it was A4 you did. I'm going to tap on A4 and I'm going to go done. This always appears on the iPad, so I'm just going to tap on it and go to delete. And then I'm going to do exactly the same. So I'm going to go to add, design assets, and I'm going to search for dots.
Same design assets. That's where you got to look for these things.
Oh, mine's first. I don't know why.
Oh, nice.
So I'm just going to tap on that. I didn't look at this before. This is the first time I'm creating this graphic, so that's cool. So let's do it in front of loads of people. So I'm going to do a little bit smaller, kind of about there. And then I'm going to duplicate it because I quite like that blue. So I'm going to leave it. And then on the iPad, you can go to looks and I can go to duotone. And you'll see those little sliders are on the thing. So we don't have all those options. They're kind of hidden away on the iPad just because there's no room. So if I hit that little button, then I actually think I might have a few more color schemes than you. I'm not sure. But I can go like this and you can hit the little shuffle button. Oh, I quite like the purple. That's nice. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to rotate it just so it doesn't look exactly the same. Might make it a wee bit smaller in the corner. And then I'm going to go to edit, duplicate, get my third one in. Maybe make that a bit bigger. And I'm going to go to looks again, hit that little slider button, and I can play around and see what kind of colors we're getting. Yep, I quite like that. I do feel like I'm missing red, but I'll do it on the triangle. So it's like an aqua kind of color. Let's call it that. Yeah, I'll hit done. I go to add again, design assets. This is all repetitive, but it's nice to see how you do it. And you're actually getting to see it twice, technically, too. So this might take a wee bit longer. So I'm going to scroll down, see if I can find these nice little painted. Oh, there are some.
You're getting close. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going. You're nearly there. There you go.
There we go. So I'm going to just tap on any one of them. So I'll tap on this one. I'll hit add one. I'll rotate, put it in the bottom.
Yeah, nice.
Go to duotone, tap the little slider. And I'm tempted to put in orange. I think orange would be really, boom, like really pops. So that's me. I think that's me caught up, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's crack on.
Let's do it.
So what do we want to do here? Well, we're going to put on in our text here. So you can call your cafe whatever you like. I go to text, add your text, and I'm going to call it Hipster Cafe. Hipster Cafe. There we go. And then drag it all out so it's on one line. Right. So let's get it roughly, well, not roughly, exactly in the center, please. And then it's doing something. And then what am I going to do here? Right. So in terms of font, go to your font recommendations if you like. But I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go for, I've got it written down, Abril Fat Face. There we go. That's the one I want. I'll just do the regular style. There we go. Now, I want to make it stretch out so you can see the spacing here. And I can space it out. There we go. Nice. Give it a bit of space. Hipster Cafe. And then I'll go to text again. Add my text. It's going to pick the exact same text as I did before. And then I'll put Easter menu. And then again, I want this to be all on one line. So I'm going to go for, I want it to be a different font. I'm going to go for Montserrat, but you can choose whatever you like. Come on, slow machine. Come on, slow machine. You can do it. I believe in you. Still going. Montserrat. There we go.
Hey.
Ooh, that one's nice. Nice. And then I'm gonna do it so it's like that because it reminds me of kind of like Easter egg style. And then I'll just put it underneath, but then also I'll change the color. And actually, I think I'll change it to this color here. See what that comes out like. Yeah, nice. Happy with that. So we got going so far. And then I've got to put this text in here. So maybe Ruth, you get us to here?
Yeah, no problem. I'm just playing around. Sorry. So I have called my cafe the Dream Bean because Dom always calls us the Dream Team. So this is my Dream Bean, and I just put a little. I think I put in, you know, in the shapes I put in a coffee bean, and that's what I put in the background. So I was just going to add in my Easter menu. So again, you guys know how to do this. I just, to be honest, I didn't have a font in mind. I just wanted something really chunky because that's sort of that retro look was what I was looking for. So I think it was Ultra. I don't know. I just scrolled across and just had a look at the different fonts. So we want something really easy to read. So I'm just going to choose this one. I'm going to go to color, and I might just do like I'll probably just do black actually, keep it simple. And then I'll just go over here and do the little Easter menu. And then I was searching for coffee beans. Was there anything else? Sorry.
Let me take it over.
All right, that's cool because I was doing my thing. Yeah, I think that's us in the same place. Oh, color. I was going to change the color. I'll change the color now.
Yeah, go on then. Let's see you do that.
Oh, right. Sorry. So yes, I'm going to tap on my text box. And what I might actually do is I'm going to go to effects. I'm going to put a shape on it.
Nice. That's a good idea.
So only because so it'll stand out a wee bit more. I'm going to do that same color as my background. And what I might do is my font color, I'm going to change to white. So if I go to color now, you'll see the shape is there. So instead, my text, I'm going to choose white.
Oh, nice.
And then I've just got that. So keeping it chunky colors. So
yeah, nice.
Back to you. Let's see what we're doing.
Right. Now you can see if you go back to the page where all our things are in challenge 2, here's a menu of tasty Easter foods. So you got chocolate eggs, obviously, because it's all about eggs at Easter. You got hot cross buns, the cross symbolizing the cross, of course. Then you got simnel cake.
What is this?
Simnel cake is a cake with marzipan on top, and there's only 11 pieces of marzipan on the top. Why is that?
11? No idea.
Because Jesus had 12 disciples. But who is not on the cake?
Judas. For sure.
Is not on the cake. That's simnel cake. I don't know why it's called simnel cake, but it just is. And pancakes. Why do people make pancakes at Easter?
Because they're tasty.
They are tasty.
Is it because Lent's over?
Because Lent's starting, so they get rid of all the like.
Got you. Pancakes for sure.
So I've got my text. I'll add my text in. I copied all of those foods, okay, and then on the left-hand side, put them all in. Now this is obviously a complete disaster. So rather than it being Montserrat alternates, we'll go to Montserrat normal. Okay, then we will also align it to the left. We will also change it to black. Right now that's done. I'm gonna bring it down so it all goes on one line. Each item needs to be on one line. Okay, and then we'll get that. We've got that there. Sweet. Right. Happy days. Right, now the next thing is quite interesting. I mean, it's quite fun to do, actually. I'm going to duplicate it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to right align it, bring it over here, align it on the other side. Now, instead of this, I can now choose my pricing. How much for chocolate eggs?
Are we being nice? Oh, is it hipster cafe? Like 6.
6.
It'll be super dear.
Yeah. So then you can just replace these. How much for hot cross buns?
$4.50.
$4.50. And then get rid of my text here. How much for cinnamon cake?
11, just for the, the 11 pieces of marzipan. That's literally
it. Right, okay. 11. Scrambled eggs?
$5.75.
$5.75.
I would be so good at a business. I would just pick numbers that make me laugh.
Homemade pancakes?
Let's go for $6.25.
I'm overruling you. I'm going to go 7.
Oh, okay.
And then this is the chef's pièce de résistance. Roast lamb sandwich.
$12.50, something like that.
That sounds about right. There we go. Get rid of all that.
The entire cake for 11.
Yeah.
And
then you need to make sure that it's aligned. So there you go.
Nice.
Price is slightly bigger. That's okay. Happy with that. Right, Ruth, get us there, please.
Yeah. So I have my. Let me just.
Whoa.
My formatting. Hold on. So I added my text in exactly the same, but because the last text I added in was my Easter menu, it's copied that. So I need to change it. So I'm going to tap on it. I'm going to go to effects and I'm going to turn off my shape. Now, the problem is my text looks like it's disappeared. It hasn't. If you remember, my text was white. So I need to go to color. And I couldn't find the orange. I wanted it to be orange. So I'm going to tap on the little color dropper. And if you tap and hold, I can hover over that orange and it selects for me. I'm going to hit done. Then I need to go to align, left align, and I'm going to go to font. And I am going to change that to Montserrat because you're right. Montserrat's probably one of the easiest ones to read when it's small. And I'm just going to move that over here. And then I'm going to go to edit. This is where I'm going to get you to do my prices. Align right. And I'm going to double tap. And I'm going to go chocolate eggs.
7. This is longer prices.
Yeah, I know. That's right. Okay. We're going to go hot cross buns.
£6.50.
$6.50. Simnel cake.
I'm going to go for 5.
Yeah, that's probably more.
Just a slice, Ruth.
Where's the what?
Just a slice.
Just a slice. Scrambled eggs.
$7.25.
$7.25. Homemade pancakes.
8.
Roast lamb.
15.
Woof. And we're going to go done. There's my little prices. Mine are a wee bit smaller, which is weird. Yours went bigger. Mine went smaller.
No, mine did go smaller, and then I stretched them out.
Oh, got it. So I'm going to just move these across. And I will do on the edit. I'm going to do select multiple because this is annoying me. I'm going to tap on the 2, hit next, and it means I can move them both at the same time.
That's nice.
But for some reason, it's not coming. Oh, it's because they align. That's fine. Just eyeball it. Boom. Love it.
Nice. Done. Very cool. Right. So in the interest of time, what we're going to do is we're just going to put, because you can see on the example that we've got down here, we've got like a tomato and all the rest of it. Well, actually, and we've got to do the pancakes at the top.
Yeah, we'll do the pancakes.
Yeah, let's do the pancakes. Right. So you could select all of these and move them down if you wanted, or move them around. So I could select Easter menu, or actually maybe select these 3, give it a bit of space, and then you can do the egg and frying pan if you want. You can keep watching, but if you want to just put the if you just want to put the pancakes in at the top, go to design assets. Now I actually had to go. Oh, actually, Ruth found that actually, if you search for waffle rather than a pancake, there's no pancakes in there, but there are waffles. You can put your waffles in there. Waffles are so waffly versatile, don't you think?
Yeah. Have you had a bubble waffle before? They're quite nice.
No,
They're
that
always
sounds
at the
mad.
Christmas market.
Totally mad.
Mm.
Right. And maybe make a bit of space here.
Just to point out, sorry, it's exactly the same process on the iPad. So for time, it's probably not worth switching back and forth. But you guys all know how to search for design assets. Sorry, Dom, I'm just like, it'd probably be easier.
That's a good point. Yeah. And then actually, I'm going to make these look like they're on a plate. So I'm going to go search for oval. And then if I get an oval like this one, for example, select it, turn it around, maybe make it slightly off angle. And then it's obviously too big here. Bring it right down. And obviously it's on top of the waffles. And you don't get black plates much. So let's put a filter on it and turn it into an orange plate. Because you get loads of them.
That's true. You kind of do, actually, yeah.
Right, maybe I'll go for this one. And then in your layers here, put your waffles on the top.
You searched oval, didn't you?
Oval, yeah, searched oval. And then maybe I'll show them on here then rather than switch back and forwards.
Yeah.
If you do want to do a frying pan, then again I did the same thing. I went to design assets, oval. Oh no, I didn't go to oval. I went for circle there. And bizarrely, they don't have a full circle, but they do have one like this. So put that in. Maybe a bit bigger. Move it to the center. Then I go to egg. Get my egg. Massive egg. But make it big enough so it fills that hole in the middle so you can't see it. So now you've gone and kind of got a saucepan. And then back to design assets again. Oval. Click on this one, which is kind of more like sort of looks like a handle. Bring it all the way down. Keep going. Keep going.
It's very clever to show you if you can't find the shape you want, you could probably make it out of other things. That's what I love about this.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to turn the handle so it kind of sits open into the menu like that. They are slightly different blacks.
Oh yeah, your pan, like the big oval's like a slight grey touch, isn't it?
Yeah. So I'm going to darken it. Yeah, maybe you could duotone it and then not red. Yeah, for some reason it doesn't want to go all black, but I think that's fine with me. Happy with that. So there you go. That's how make your hipster Easter menu. I like that a lot.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, I feel like this is it took a lot longer than I actually thought.
Yeah.
To do the first one, in fact, I thought the first one we had great success from people, but it actually did take a little bit longer than I thought. But you can play around with all these things. You know, they're all just design assets. The dot, if you press replace here, that's a design asset. We've just repeated that once, twice, thrice.
Thrice is a great word.
It is a great word.
Yeah.
Design asset, it's a waffle. Design asset, it's an oval.
Oh, yeah.
Change the rotation, different color. Design asset, triangle. Design asset, circle with a hole in the middle. Put an egg on top, can't see the hole anymore. Handle. That's an oval. It's all just ovals.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of ovals and dots. That's all you need.
All ovals. And then all we've done here is we've got one type of font here, which we've stretched out. Letter spacing was like 11. You can bring that down slightly if you want. Because you might not want it to be so close to the edge. Move that in and then move this one in as well. There you go. So it should, I mean, it kind of, I don't know whether it feels complicated, but it's really not. It's just time, isn't it, really?
Time, that's it. You know, it's like playing around with things and being like, what's that font look like? And that's how I do all my design stuff. I have an idea,
Mm.
and then like 5 minutes in, it totally changes because
Yeah,
I found a nice image that I liked, or you
yeah.
know,
And then you kind of base your design around that.
pretty much. Yep.
Well, there you go. That looks like the kind of hipster cafe that Ruth would go to with her dog.
Yeah, I would. I should put my dog in it. That would have been good.
So you can download it by pressing download. Same on the iPad. Just press that button with the arrow going down from the top. Easter menu, save it. It's going to go down there. Press share, publish, create a link. That's it.
Amazing.
Right. We are bang on time here. So a couple of short little notices before we go. Let's remove that. Do apply for the swag.
Yep.
If you complete both your challenges, your teacher can you get swag for you all. And if you're going to teach it in another class as a digital leader, you get VIP swag. That's how it works. You can complete these challenges whenever you like, but we will be emailing all the teachers after this session so that you can tell us how many people completed them. So that would be great. Anything else to say, Ruth? Can you play us out with some organ? You've got an organ in the background.
It's not plugged in. I can say so. There's an organ right there. No, I do have some weird boom walkers in the corner. Have you seen those before? They're the ones that like you hit the tube and they make a noise. But anyway, no, have a great Easter. That's what I'll end it with.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's the last week of school for loads of people in here. In Northern Ireland, are they off from Wednesday or Monday?
It changes school to school, but it's next week coming.
Yeah, I think Wales are pretty much all off from Monday, I think. Right. Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much for everyone for coming. And yeah, apply for the swag and we'll see you on the next one. All right. Take it easy.